Cause they ain't come from my cloth, they took it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Hola. Yeah.
Let me introduce myself. I want to introduce myself. All right, let me get my screen up. I gotta redo the screen. Actually, go full. Let's go full screen right now. Hi, once again. Right. Hey, see that hat? Thanks for the hat, by the way. And where did I get this hat? Vegas Traders Expo. Got to be like 10 years ago. We're going back. So, if you don't know, I have a lot of secret identities. I'm the Abraham of assets, the Barack of bread, the Cain of cash, the David of ducats, the Elijah of earnings, the Frank of funds. I'm also the Glick of gelt, for you Yiddish out there. Some call me Jefferson Crow. I love the Warlock because I do have a very surly, angry, violent side to me, kind of like Jekyll and Hyde, which came out today at the Open. I'll explain in a second. We're going to Vegas. If anybody's interested, February. We're going to take this show on the road. It's going to be a hoot. And yeah. So, long story short, been trading my whole life, and I developed a trade that hasn't failed in 4 years now. And we started the streak in October about 4 years ago, and it's about 4 years later now. Not one trade has failed to give a profitable trade. Now, I'm going to qualify that one more time. I know you guys have heard this spiel before, right? I'm going to say it again. I've had losing trades over the last 4 years. As a matter of fact, I had my worst trade of my career in August of last year. Still reeling and recovering from it. But the setup that I explained as a day trade that hasn't failed in 4 years, it showed up almost 79 times today. And how many of those trades worked out? All 79 of them. Really? Did I do 79 trades today all by myself? No. I did about 7 of those trades because I'm just a human being. And I came in hot this morning. And I came in super, super hot. Hot because I'm a bear trapped in a perpetual bull market. Hot that I just watched the stock that I sold out of the other day go up another 1,700% since I sold it. And, you know, every once in a while it pisses me off. Now, listen, most bears are angry people because they've missed out on the bull market. Most bears are just looking at stocks and they're saying, these can't keep going up like this, not even knowing about what these companies are. And they're just mad because they see a stock that went from 5 to 50 without them, and they just assume it's a short position. Most bearish perspectives are just wrong because we're usually in a perpetual bull market. As my dad taught me in 1971, the market never goes down, and that mantra still plays today. So, what do we do now, right? Each day. So each day I take 30 years of experience, even more. You know, my first trade I put on in 91. And I was in the market since 84. So I'm not obviously saying I was a professional trader in 1984. I was only 13 years old, but I've been involved in the market since when I was 13. And I got introduced to mutual funds, and I used to go to the Fidelity shop. Yeah, that's what I did. I would go to Fidelity and hang out and just read through brochures and see what the mutual funds were holding. And then they would ask me to leave inevitably because I didn't want to go anywhere. Fast forward to what we do now, right? So, like I said, I'll try to keep this short. Between 2012 and 2015, I was in this mood right here. Screw this market. We've gone up every day. This government interaction is bullshit. You know, remember 2008, 2009, the government saved the market, which they shouldn't have. We should have let it crash. We should have wiped the banking system out. People should have went to jail. Morgan Stanley, all these companies should be at zero, and we should have restructured the banking system. We had our chance. We blew it. We just bailed them out. Nobody went to jail except for Martha Stewart, which was bullshit. And we should still be pissed. Go watch The Big Short. I watch it once a month just to rile me up. And you should also watch The Big Short and Too Big to Fail. Great movies. Anyway. So in 2012, I got to the point where I'm like, screw this market. It's gone up too much. I'm going to start fighting. And I started shorting. I was losing. Market wasn't going down. But I didn't want to hear it. Right? I didn't have VWAP in my life to tell me I was wrong every day. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it. Shorting every day, getting crushed, try to make some of that money back. Everything I was doing was wrong. Next thing you know, a year went by. I got to try to make some of this money back from shorting, right? So I kept shorting. I wasn't going to join the winning team. That'd be too smart, right? Shorting and shorting and shorting. Another year goes by. Awful. So as humans, what do, right? Why is Monday Night Football so popular? Because all the Sunday losers try to make their money back on Monday, and you lose more. That's what I was doing. I was Monday Night Football for 3 years. And then finally, I just like, whoa, you know what? I'm broke. What am I going to tell my wife? I wandered the streets of Manhattan. I saw every movie there was imaginable. It was a nice movie theater right in Wall Street, so I just went there, hung out all day, brought my lunch, just watched every movie, didn't do shit. And then I was like, all right, let me pull myself out of my misery. Scrounged up 30 grand. Yeah, I know people. Scrounged up 30 grand, like it's easy. Scrounged up 30 grand, got back in the game. And I went back to the game of trading just reversals. What's a reversal? Well, a reversal is when a stock goes from green to red, which is good for a short. And of course, the market that we're in, 95% of the time, stocks go from red to green. Reversal. It's a visceral moment, right? The shorts, oh my God, they don't want to see their stock going green. So they cover it when it goes green. That's usually the last resort. You got long traders who just want to see their stock go green. Oh, look, it's going green. Let's buy more. And it's just a visceral moment in the stock's life. And all we did was here, for instance, on STI, $21.63. We would buy the stock when it broke 21. Well, back in the day, it was 21 and 5/8. I'm old. So we'd break 21 and 5/8. We'd buy it, offer out 22, rate stop, same old thing, right? Now, instead of waiting for the stock to go green, we're getting a heads up. We're getting a better entry on a trade that has been working pretty damn well for 35 years. Now we're getting not just a reason to possibly go short, because under the VWAP, testing it, usually you revert or go back to, for you layman's, you go back to prior day VWAP. So what we've been witnessing for the last decade from using this exclusively is that when stocks retrace back to prior day VWAP and then chart pattern recognition meets VWAP, chart pattern recognition is the fake out, shake out moment where you're breaking new lows and then you come back. So if you faux show at prior day VWAP, ding, ding. That's your sign to buy, right? So when you have prior day VWAP and you have my script, you get this orange line on your chart telling you where not only should you cover, but go long. But then if you don't realize that, let's go back to old school trading, right? Remember, we buy reversals, right? So let's say you don't have prior day VWAP. Imagine that orange line's not right there. This trade still works out pretty well because it's a faux show. See how it broke the low, then it came back, then it tested that spot? That's another reason to believe. Okay, if that doesn't float your boat, it gets to the VWAP, which is the high of the day. And that's where some sellers are, which is common. Gets back to the high of the day. The seller that was hoping, oh, please go back so I could sell some. Okay, cool. And now you're at VWAP. So now you got fake out, shake out, VWAP retrace, right? And now you've got what? VWAP shuffle, jiggle, new Faux-Show-Bro, under VWAP, VWAP break. Buy it. That's when I got in. I should have been buying it down here and here, but I got in right here. Because a Faux-Show-Bro under the VWAP that has just held prior day VWAP that breaks over the VWAP 9 times out of 10, and on an earnings report, it's 100 out of 100. when you see this chart pattern under the VWAP and then it breaks VWAP, 100% of the time, the stock moves higher. Let me say that again. This is the trade that works every time. It shows up almost every day on every stock. You just got to be waiting for it. The faux show, VWAP break. Now again, let me finish this thought right here. My former self would have waited to 2163 to buy the stock when it actually went green, right over here. And you see how it popped when it went green? That was some new players get in. We're in from over here. So we're already in a trade that has been wildly successful for 35 years. And now you're getting a head start. And now this part is icing on the cake. And notice where it's been chopping around. It's holding the 2163 area, which is our last stop. So we're still in the name, but we've sold into this move. We're down to those last 15, 10% of the trade. This is the only trade I got live right now. Because it's not even letting me out. I want out, right? The last stop is the break even. And again, if you guys use tighter stops, maybe you're even done with this trade. Bottom line, phenomenal trade, right? But this is just one out of the 79 trades that we had today that screamed at us, here's an opportunity to buy with low risk and massive reward. And you're looking at the other one going by right now. So my friend who wanted to look at ASTS, I told you there was 79 trades. This was one of them. What's that look like? Exactly. Every other trade. You know why? Because the trade works. So let's review. ASTS. It was gapped down. When it broke 90.50, that's the reversal. But you're getting in. There's a faux. There's the show. There's the VWAP break. You're not waiting for 90.50 anymore. You're buying Faux-Show-Bro 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal trades. So again, you're getting a head start on a trade that has been working phenomenally for over 30 years by just getting involved with VWAP and multiple time frame VWAP, otherwise known as anchored VWAP. I just have my algorithm in my script to anchor it automatically to the levels or the time frames that I have found to be the most beneficial. So it does all the work for you. And then you just have to remember, you're not here to debate with the VWAP. You lose. Right? Your job is not to fight the VWAP. You become the VWAP. When you're a VWAPian, as we call ourselves, you're not fighting the market. You're not beating the market when you win. You are the market. And as the market ebbs and flows, I sound like the Bruce Lee speech now. Be water, my friends. Be the market. The market ebbs and it flows, and you ebb and flow with it. Knowing that you're on the right side of this trade because you got yourself the Faux-Show-Bro 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal. And then the stock resumes its course back to where it's going, which you all know, ASTS is going to 120. Why are you so confident? Because I've never seen a stock do what ASTS has done over the last year and a half that hasn't gone to 120. So now I'm going to qualify this statement. Let me just say this one more time. I don't give a shit where ASTS goes. I don't care if you're in it. I don't care if it goes to 120. I'm not suggesting you buy it. It's just a comment. I don't give a shit about where it goes. If it doesn't go to 120, oh, you said it was going to 120. I don't care. I trade setups that work every time. I don't care where this stock goes anymore because we've already taken our profit. It could go to 120 and then tank 70 points tomorrow. I don't care. I don't own stocks. I own 3 stocks: V-Wave, SRAD, and Clove. What a wonderful portfolio. I don't swing trade. I don't do anything. I don't commentary is worthless. It's not about what I think, right? Right? Going back to the original commentary, it's not about what you think. It's not about what you think, and it's certainly not what you're figuring. Oh, I figured. Oh, I figured the market was going to go down today because of blah, 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 the tariffs. Figuring don't work. You could figure, but don't trade that way. Figure, and then let the stock tell you what to do. Right? And that's trading. Because earlier, we figured that the Citibank wasn't going to work because it was chopping around. It sucked back and forth. What the hell's going on here? We're getting chopped up. But it didn't break down. I figured this was going to turn into a loss. I figured wrong. I assumed this was going to be a loss. You know what they say about assumptions, right? Don't trade on them. So thinking, figuring, all that shit, don't work. None of it works. All right. So let's get this going. You've been looking at my face this whole time, right? What do you figure there? That's just one of our 79 trades for profitability today. Oh, you're looking at V-Wave now, are you? Yeah, you better be looking at V-Wave. Stock's about to go up 300%. Remember when I brought you USAR at 17 bucks and I said if it breaks 20, it's going to double? How'd that work out for us? Sure, there's a swing trade in there every once in a while. And, again, how are you not swing trading a market that never goes down, right? It's irresponsible not to have some swing trades on because everything's ripping, right? And by the way, if you guys are just joining us, I'll just keep bestowing knowledge bombs onto you, right? If you have a stock right now in your portfolio that doesn't have a green day once every 3 days, well, let me put it to you more bluntly. If your stock goes down 3 days in a row, your stock's a dick. Sell it. If your stock goes down 3 days in a row in this market, you're not part of the club. Dump it. Whatever it is. 3 days in a row in a market that never goes down, and you want to own that stock, be gone. Be gone. But if you're going to make money in this market, right, and you want to assume and figure and think, do me a favor. Get my charts. Get my charts and do what I did for 2012, 2013, 2014, and some of 2015. I was figuring a lot. How'd that work out for me? I gave back every penny I ever made, right? So this morning, I figured that the market was going to go down, and it did. Let's have this conversation one more time, because I did a lot of figuring this morning. I came in all angry. I'm short and shit. I don't care what anybody tells me. Did I press the button? No. Until my figuring and my thought process told me, hey, I'm right. VWAP break, pre-market low break. But then I get reminded every day that the market never goes down, right? So not only not short anymore, you're long. And you see how the market's accelerating to the upside right now? That's just the rest of the shorts realizing, oh, that's right, the market never goes down. Hey, so what was this morning? Manipulation, rigging. It's trying to go down. It artificially goes down to trap the shorts, get people to sell, and then everybody has to run, literally run for cover. And then all the people that got stopped out at lows, they're buying back. And then they're buying back. And now everybody that made their mistakes down there, where we're covering and going long, they're just getting long and we're selling it to them now. And that's how the whole circle jerk of trading works, right? We try to victimize as many people. And then when they're getting all giddy about shit, Sell it to them. Right? They're running for the exits here, and now they're getting all excited about buying here. Here, have some. There you go. Have all you want. And then you put your stop at 599.04 and 598.17, and you assume that the Qs are about to go up 17 to 27 points, and now you've won this trade, and there's nothing anybody could do about it. Don't let it become a loss. But the reason there was 79 trades of profitability today is that every stock that we shorted this morning became longs. So all 16 or 17 of those trades became longs, and every one of those became multiple trades. So it doesn't have to be 79. And by the way, if you trade 79 individual names, you got some serious issues. That's a lot. These 79 trades have been around about 9 names. 12, actually. You trade 79 individual names, you got some fucking serious problems. Call me. Call me. I'll help you through it. Nobody should be trading that many random names. But if you just went back to the ones that worked, look at the Goldman Sachs, right? Phenomenal new entry. Citibank, probably the best of the best. And why is it turning out to be the best trade? Because fuckers like me were getting chopped up here, and I was just all pissed off. Now they're angrily buying it. They want to make back what they were frustrated with. And you got yourself a 1-minute multi-day VWAP earnings reversal and a VWAP test. And once again, the trade has not failed in over 4 years. So listen, I'm going to cut you guys off. Anybody have any questions over there? I want to just go. I gotta do some other stuff. Yeah? Anybody? You guys. Just because look, I've showed you all my trades. Now let me see what you guys did. You got any trades that may or may not have worked? Let me show you what if I could have helped you out. Because that's what I do best, is tell you how wrong you are about everything. And if it's hard to take, then you're not going to make it as a trader. Because this stuff saved my life. Not just my trading. Because I'd be broke by now as a shorter. It doesn't work. It works for 7 minutes, 15 minutes, a couple of days tops. Microsoft, I'm assuming it was a Faux-Show-Bro. Of course it was. Look at this. First one you show me. And look how beautiful, algorithmic, and rigged it is, right? You got a $500 stock. It just happens to go to an exact whole number, holds it, breaks VWAP, blue line, and just coincidentally goes back to the orange line. Give me another one. CRML, that was the only one I didn't short this morning because I couldn't get a short off. Short, Faux-Show, mini row, nothing really going on here, but you don't want to be short, right? Because you Faux-Showed, you didn't bro. Now you got another Faux-Show under VWAP. This could be the bro part. The last thing you want to be doing is shorten when you see the faux in the show under the VWAP. It's over. So if you're a shorter, you best not be. And if you were thinking about buying it, it was at $28.31. And here, I'd be selling some. And by the way, NVTS turning around again, which was look, I'm not going to even tell you I traded this stock. I fucking hate this stock now because every time I trade it, I lose money for some reason. But this one was one of the most rational, wonderful trades of 2025. And I wasn't even in it because I'm emotionally scarred by the stock. So I just let that one sit over there. I didn't do anything with it. And again, emotion creeps in. The stock just beats me every time I trade it. So you know what? The easy answer, I'm not trading it anymore. But it was one of the 79. And the reason this trade was so awesome is that rational thought was confirmed. Now, what's rational thought? Asking, it's a good question. Rational thought states that a stock that has good news, that has run into the news, is a sell the news opportunity. So this stock, obviously, I sold it down there because I'm a loser. And I can't believe I wound up selling the stock and then it exploded to the upside again. I have very bad luck with swing trades. That's why you'd rather me not be in your stock. Except for V-Wave. Let's go. So in this situation, right? This is why this trade is my favorite trade, not even take it, of 2025, right? I gotta leave you guys with this one, right? So not you, the other guys. So rational thought. Stock rallied into the news, right? Because somebody knew the news, right? Somebody knew they were going to have some good news. That's why it did that before the news. Then the news came out. Usually, when you rally into a big positive news story, that's why you see the market or the stock usually selling the news, because somebody knows, just like earnings reports. Somebody knows the report's going to be good or bad. They position themselves ahead of it, and then we take advantage of those counter trend moves, such as NVTS, right? So the idea was to short it because it's a sell the news type of situation. Now, in this case, that's a good premise. I understand what you're saying, Kenny, but we ain't shorting stocks unless they break VWAP. And look what it did. Breaks VWAP, breaks that little pivot, and down she went. But then you remind yourself, shorting is short-lived and you're going to die. The stock probably is getting taken over by NVIDIA. It's probably going to 22 bucks. And no one in their right mind could possibly stay short stocks in 2025 for any extended period of time. It just doesn't work. So again, there's the default, right? You may not want to believe that, right? So maybe you don't. I don't. I don't want to believe that we're never going down ever again. I don't want to believe it. But every day the market says, no, you better. You better believe it, fucker. You better. And then VWAP says, you're not here to debate. You're not here to debate. Do the right thing. The fade worked, just like the other trades. We played a wonderful fade, and we got paid on everything. And then you take a big open hand, whoosh, slap your Christ to the face, whoosh, slap yourself again. Whoosh, that's reality. And if you need to give yourself a big open hand slap, do it. Or put VWAP on your charts. Because VWAP is a big, fat, open hand slap knocking you the fuck out when you think you're going to be able to make money shorting this market for any extended period of time. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? Really? Come here for a second. Let me give you another one. What were you thinking? And that's how you trade this market right now. You want to be a shorter? You want to be a hero? Well, do it when they... And by the way, my first trade of the day is now hitting new highs. My first trade of the day is now hitting new highs. You think I'm short anymore? The schmuck on the internet guy, oh man, this guy was talking about shorting these stocks this morning, man. He must be getting killed. Yeah, we're getting killed. Yeah, we're getting killed all the way to the bank. You tell me the short didn't work? You tell me this town ain't got no heart? You tell me the short didn't work? Oh, it did. I got the money in my bank now. And I covered it on the Faux and the show and then went long and got paid on a long trade until I got stopped out over here. So when I tell you this day is the greatest day in the history of trading, and you've got no reason to believe it, you still don't have any reason to believe it. 79 trades. You got to see it live, and you have to participate with it live. Because if today was your first day in my chat room, you would be saying, I'm coming to Vegas. I can't believe I haven't been doing these trades my whole life. I thought you were only this nut job on the internet. I thought that you didn't even know what you were talking about when I first met you. I never heard of VWAP. Right, all that stuff. And now you know. And now you know. And if today was your first day, raise your hand and say, this is the way. Because this is the only way. This is the only way. And going on now 13 years, the trade, it can't get any better. If you haven't heard me say this, it works every single time. I'm not here to debate. Join the website. Join the website. Be a part of what we're doing. Come see this algorithmic awesomeness. Meet my friend Soligello. He will tweak your charts to the point where you'll be able to see the future. And if you're a shorter in this market and you're trying to trade without VWAP, there you have no chance. You have zero chance of success. Because if you're not covering and going long, almost look at this freaking trade. We were short the Qs down to 592.50, covered 592.50, went long, got paid up to the 595.78. I'm not long anymore, but it ain't me, friends. But you want to be me. Not in those weird ways that you just thought. You want to be me to the point where you understand that you are now, you're not a victim, right? But you are a slave to this trade. You're not here to debate with this trade. You will lose. And if you lose the debate with VWAP, you're going to blow yourself up. Right? So if today was your first day into the hit the bid arena, you understand everything that I've been yapping about now for the last 15 years. We're warriors. We're gladiators. Staying frosty, being angry, staying focused, right? And I bet you figured we were going to get stopped out of that STI, didn't you? Oh, you thought we were going to get stopped out, but you see, me and Linda, right? Our stop is at 2163. Did it go to 2163? Did it? Oh, you figured it was about to break down, didn't you? Just like you figured the market was going to stay red today, didn't you? See, that's where I'm different. Because I've learned now, stop being a victim. Stop trading the way you used to trade. It doesn't work. There's no thinking, there's no figuring. There's if and then. If, then. You are a machine. It's not about the stocks. It could be BTU, a coal company, or ASTS, or some bullshit drone company that doesn't even have drones. Which 90% of these stocks are completely fucking fraudulent. And you think these stocks, none of these stocks deserve none of these things are valued right. There is no way to value the market anymore. That's why if you're going to survive, you just become the market. And just let everything else fall away. There's no difference between a coal stock, metal, nuclear, quantum, AI. They're all the same. It's just letters and numbers that are programmed to do certain things. And friends, I give you now permission to sell your STI. Thank you. My name is Kenny Glick. All we do is win. That's now 80 trades today, all for profits. That's 80 trades, 80 individual trades. And you just witnessed everything that I just explained. And where was our sells, Linda? Where was our sell? 26.30. Where did the stock just go to, Linda? 26.30. I know. I'm amazed every day, and I've been doing this my whole life. I know. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't have to. Stocks go back to the exact prices because the market is pre-programmed. Do you get it now? Do you understand? Faux-Show-Bro gets you in. Price action keeps you in. Stops at exact prices keeps you in the trade. Q's about to go green, market never goes down. You see how it all comes together? Market never goes down. Oh, but it went down on Friday. Oh, it was down this morning. I know, I was there. And I was short. So when I say the market never goes down, voila. Right? I bet you about an hour and a half ago, schmuck on the internet guy, he's like, oh, but he said the market never goes down. Now it's going down. Yeah. And we made money. And then I said, you know what? The market never goes down. Let's cover and go long. And then we made money on the upside too, because that's what we do. I don't know what you do, but this is what we do. We trade, and we trade what we see. And if anybody's short the Qs right now, you got some mental problems. Seriously. Generational lows, whether or not Friday was generational lows, which you got to start factoring in. And we just tested. You know, this is a 10-point bounce now on the Qs. You think you're going to stay short this market? And now we've got to the top of the anomaly candle. Thank you. My day is over now. Everything I proved is right there. So this morning, we had an anomaly candle called Fat Finger Freddy. And it spiked up to that print. And we said, all right, looks like the market's going to rally today. It's probably going to go to this print because the market's pre-programmed. And every once in a while, it slips and tells you exactly where it's going to go. And now you can sell. So STI, right? You think it's a coincidence that there's a seller lurking at the same exact price? Sold. Now we're done. We're done with the trade. There's really no reason to be in it. It did what it needed to do. Bye-bye. And the Qs, as I said to you guys, when I was covering my short, once we get going, look for it to get to the anomaly print high, and voila. So whether or not you think that I might be a little off, it's true. No one's sitting in front of screens for 33 years and staying sane. No one's staying sane watching 92-cent stocks that I had 6,000 shares of, banging it out at $1.20, watching the stock go to 70. You're not staying sane. You start doing some woulda, coulda, shoulda math in your freaking head. I mean, I'm up to like almost 2 billion of mistakes now. You're going to lose your mind. This keeps you sane because it's algorithmic. And you understand, hey, wow, the market is rigged. All right, so it's going to go here, then it's going to go here, then it's going to go there because it's programmed to do so. And then you just sit back. And if this is your first day here, boom, I just proved everything that I've been talking about for 30 years on day one. I'm not here to debate with you if the market's rigged or not. It is. And I prove it every single day. You think this is a coincidence that the market told us it was going to go rallying? Sure. Right. So now, if you want more commentary, I don't want to mislead you in any way. Remember, I'm all about this trade, right? I don't care where the market goes tomorrow. I don't even care what happens this afternoon. So let's have this conversation because I need to qualify every time I say it because it's not about what I say. It's obvious you want to be long the Q still, right? It's obvious. But what's now maybe not obvious is that 590, 13 are new generational lows, and you may never see the Qs ever below that print. Because every time this market pulls back and convinces other people that, ooh, maybe we have a chance to go down, that becomes new generational lows. Now, once again, I will qualify this statement by saying, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Because I hope we get a day where tomorrow, hopefully it's tomorrow, that we gap up, everybody's feeling bullish again, and then we get to beat the living shit out of the complacent longs again and crush this market. Because let me tell you something, friends, if we ever do and I'm saying ever now, if we break today's lows, right, that's going to be factored in with multiple time frame VWAP. But if we break Friday's lows, there will be a mass exodus of this market all the way down to where I believe a real correction happens. And that's down there. So Friday, once again, fart in the wind. Did somebody smell something? Oh, no, it's gone. But if we actually do roll over, break today's lows, and then break Friday's lows, we're going to have an exodus of this market, and there won't be a bounce. It's going to be a 12.5% sell-off, and we're going to get absolutely annihilated. And if you ask me, I don't think it's going to happen, but I certainly hope it happens because I'll be trading that thing perfectly. But for now, every trade is a faux show, bro, waiting to happen. If you want to stay short, you can stay short. Just don't get faux show, bro. You get it now? And that's how you stay in this biz. That's how you stay in this business, right? You want to be all pissed off about USAR going up 17 points after you sold it? So am I. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Oh, I remember what I was thinking. I did a call spread and I got called out. That's what I was doing. That's why call spreads are the worst. But today, I came in looking to punch the stock in the face. And I punched it hard. It's almost a 10-point trade. So going back to that whole commentary thing, weren't you the guy that was shorting this stock at the open? Certainly was. How'd that work out for us? Worked out pretty damn well. And then we covered and went long because we're not dumb. Right? Right? Why were we watching STI today? You guys traded the stock with us yesterday, right? Why were you looking at it today? Because did you guys see the chart on this stock? What do we say about 2025? The uglier, dirtier, nastier. The company's hemorrhaging cash. They may not even exist. I'm in. Those are the best stocks this year. You don't even, who cares if it exists, right? It exists enough, and it just came out of an Andy Dufresne, and now suddenly everybody wants in. What do? Who cares? The word solid is in the name. That's all I need. That's all I need, and VWAP. So yesterday we traded the stock like champs, right? Remember that wonderful Faux-Show-Bro? Wee. $5 stock. Wee. And the next day you come in, ooh, give me a chance. Give me a chance to buy it. Okay, how about a Faux-Show-Bro at prior day VWAP? Here's your chance. And there's the VWAP break. And suddenly you got a stock at 18 bucks that you're banging out at 20, 22.50, and 25. It ain't hard. This ain't about idea generation. Every trade is on your watch list. This is the greatest market ever. Give me some random symbols. I'll show you. Anyone. You guys are along the queue. And we're green. And there you go. And there you go. Q's are green. Good luck being a shorter. Right. Good luck. We're never, ever, 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 ever going down. Ever. We're never going down. Oh, we went down yesterday. Did we? Oh, we went down this morning. Yeah, did we? Let me know when we close green. Let me know when we close red 3 days in a row. Googalicious, it's the Qs, so it's the same trade. If it's in the Qs, it's the same trade. Faux-Show-Bro, 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal. QQQ related, they're all doing the same exact thing because the market's rigged. Give me something not QQQ or SPY related. They're all generally doing the same thing because it's one big incestuous freaking circle jerk of bullishness. What? Give me something random. Did he just say circle jerk of bullishness? Yeah, I did. I got that tattooed on my back too. What? I got a lot of tattoos. You coming to Vegas? I'm actually going to get some more tattoos when we're in Vegas. I'm going to put Faux-Show-Bro embedded in the little, URA? Well, it's not really, it's an index, but the answer is Faux-Show-Bro VWAP break. This stock is the same as USAR and UUU, so the same exact trade. Shorted out of the gate, hits the VWAP, pulls back, bang. Plug. Plug. Yeah, there were 2 buys on this thing today. 3 buys, in fact. Faux-Show-Bro, the first one, second one, and then it faux-showed at prior day VWAP. Lots of reasons to want to be long. By the way, nobody's short anything right now, right? Because you must be delusional, right? You're nuts. Shorting was the open. That's over. TMQ, love it. I don't love it as much now, but comes back, little Faux-Show-Bro action underneath that 9.25. I'll be getting back involved. But right now it's Q's long. You guys are long? Come on now. Come on now. You guys remember when the market was going down this morning? I know, crazy. All right, probably should have been out of here by now, but hang on, I gotta show you a video. All right, I can't show it to you. I don't know what happened to it. All right, so this is from circa 2000, I don't even know, a long time ago. There's one video, if you haven't seen it, buy the fucking dip video. It's hilarious, right? But this video is one that I really, really like. And hopefully you can hear it. And this is my daughter. She's now a Georgia student, going to be a vet. She's pre-vet already. Crazy. I have a daughter. It's going to be a doctor, at least a vet. This is my daughter back in the day, and she says, "Oh, sorry." She says, "Did you think the market was going down today? Are you an idiot?" She didn't want to use the word idiot. Now she's a foul-mouthed lunatic. I liked her better then. She was embarrassed to use bad words. I don't want to say idiot. I had to pay her $2 for that video. All right. Well, I don't know if the day could get any better. Probably can't. Here's a curveball for you. I'm going to run, everybody. Not only am I hoping that the market goes down, I'm hoping the market goes down. Because that would be even more exciting, right? They just annihilated all the shorts for the last 2.5 hours, right? It would be nice if we had a blow off top later today and then we just rolled over and started crushing on the downside. I don't think it's ever going to happen because generally when you Faux-Show-Bro and break over prior day VWAP, you tend to stay in the uptrend. And again, if you haven't heard, the market never goes down. So you just witnessed it. And today is probably by far the #1 day in trading in the history of trading. And I hope you guys had a great day. And I hope you understand now when I say the market never goes down, it's not me. I'm not just saying it. It's every single day. Until it stops Faux-Show-Broing and ripping higher, I'll stop saying that. And since 2012, It's never stopped doing this. So I'm going to keep saying the market never goes down. You get it now? 79 trades of profitability today. Sorry, 80. And I hope you guys had at least 3 or 4 of them. All right, Ryan, I'm out. Spence, I'm out. Everybody, I'm out. Put some money aside and get ready for my cryptocurrency coin. It's going to be awesome. And hopefully it's as successful as some of these worthless rare earth stocks and all this other crap. All right, namaste. Have a great one.